Very good morning to all my dear learners. I hope you all are safe and fine at your places. So students, welcome you all in the ocean of physical education. This is your part number 8. Okay, and as you all know, we are going on with our unit 8, that is the fundamentals of anatomy and physiology. Fundamentals of anatomy and physiology. Alright students, so today we are going to discuss with a very important topic, that is the heart. Heart, as you all know, is a pumping organ. What is heart? Heart means hriday, right? So heart is a pumping organ which pumps the blood. In the arena of sports, we need to think about so many points when we are discussing about heart, like the various yogic asanas, various pranayams for heart. Like how to develop the stamina, the aerobic endurance of the heart. So students, whenever we talk about the heart rate, or whenever we talk about the functioning of the heart, and so many points we need to keep in mind, right? Whenever we talk about the heart, so basically we need to talk about the endurance, right? So I hope you all are aware about the various components of physical fitness. As we all know, among the various physical fitness components, we have one of the most important component, that is the endurance. Right? Now the point is that what is endurance? So whenever we deal with endurance, the basic needs of endurance is the ability of our body to overcome fatigue. Now students, the very first thing to keep in our mind is that endurance is something which is related to do an activity for a longer period of time. And when we do an activity for the longer period of time, it is basically related with the fatigue, the lactate threshold. So students, whenever the lactate threshold is good in your body, you will never ever feel fatigue. But students, you must have observed that side of your side region of your stomach side, you sometimes started feeling pain. Why you are supposed to have this kind of pains and all? It is just because of the lack of lactate threshold. And why and how this lactate threshold, now I am going to tell you. So students, you are aware that whenever we play football, whenever we play hockey, whenever we go for 600-meter run, it may happen with us that what happened is that we started to feeling pain in our muscles, in our body. Now the very important thing is that how this pain happened and what the exact meaning is that. So here we need to think that whenever I am talking about the endurance, so endurance is related with the longer duration activities. Now when we do 600-meter run, okay, so the point is 600-meter run. 600-meter run is a test of AFA test. What is AFA test? American Alliance for Health, Physical Education and Recreation. So whenever I am talking about the American Alliance for Health, Physical Education and Recreation, the first thing is that 600-meter run. 600-meter run measures the cardiovascular endurance. Cardiovascular endurance. So students, cardiovascular endurance की जब मैं बात कर रहा हूँ आपसे, when I am talking you about the cardiovascular endurance, I am dealing with the working of heart. And what we needed to go for is that we want to achieve the maximum output of the heart. It means we want the highest potential or the working of the respiratory system as well as the cardiorespiratory system. It means we want that our heart should be work properly. Our heart should have a maximum capacity so that we can, whatever we can do, whatever we are doing, it should be up to the great extent. Got it what I am saying? Okay students, so I am just going to tilt my camera a little bit so at least you can see what I am writing. Okay, so just give me a second. Now things are fine. Okay, I hope it's fine now. That's it. I just want to adjust my camera so the students you can see the things properly. Okay, just give me a minute. Just a second. That's it. Perfect. So students, the basic thing to note here is all about the heart. Okay students, so heart is a pumping organ, and basically if we talk about the structure of heart, so the circulatory system basically we are dealing with, right? Heart, or the topic we may name is circulatory system. Circulatory system. So it's circulatory system, it means the blood flow, vessels, arteries, veins, etc. The circulatory system consists of the heart, the blood vessels, the arteries, capillaries, valves, fluid that is the blood, hemoglobin flow, the calcium, the iron flowing in that. Heart acts as a pumping organ, and it is located slightly on the left side of the chest. It is approximately it's just a size of your fist. Okay, what is the shape or what is the size? I hope students, when you see that people are making the heart with the hands and the balloons but it is not at all like that. It's totally different according to the imaginations of the people. It beats up to 72 times per minute in a normal person. So the heart rate is 72 times in a minute. It means आपका जो heart है वो 72 times धड़कता है. It beats about 72 times per minute at a normal basal level in an adult. It has 4 chambers. So how many chambers our heart has? Our heart has 4 chambers. The upper 2 parts known as auricles, there is a collection of blood. In the lower 2 chambers known as ventricles, the blood is pumped out. These complex organs work with the proper coordination of its valve, like tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve, aortic or pulmonary valve, Marshall valve, etc. The heart has the ability to respond immediately when any extra demand of placing upon it. During heart physical workout, that means a stressful situation, or let us suppose you are playing kabaddi. So while playing kabaddi, it is very important for us to have strength in our body. जो हमारी muscles की covering है, there we should have sarcolemma covering. It means we should take more protein, pulses, rice and all. So जब हमारे hands पे, हमारी muscles पे, हमारी thigh region पे, all over our body, if we have a great covering of sarcolemma. Students, please note, I am not telling about the lipocytes. It means fat cell की बात मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Right now I am talking about the sarcolemma. So strength is very important in all these particular activities. Got it? Now I hope that screen is fine. I just want to clear it. Is it blur or not? I just want to check it. It's fine. Okay. So just okay, fine. So students, right now, as you all know that we are dealing with this system, that is the circulatory system, and we are talking about the heart. So I want to just explain you this part in just a a very specific manner, so that we should know the actual that is the structure of the body. So I will show you the ventricle view as well as the this dorsiventral view and the internal structure also. So I hope it is clear to all of you now what I was telling you is about, right? So I am totally the thing that I would like to deliver you here is based upon the circulatory system, the flow of the blood, right? Now the question comes is, what is blood? So students, blood is a connective tissue. It is a special kind of fluid which act as a transportation of nutrient, transportation of gases from one part of the body to the another. So what is blood? It is a special kind of fluid. It is a special kind of tissue. So blood is a connective tissue which helps in the transportation of gases, which helps in the transportation of various materials, nutrients to the body. It acts as a means of communication by conveying chemical messages through hormones from endocrine gland to various organs and tissues. Blood consists of colorless fluid like plasma, red blood cell, white blood cell, leukocytes, thrombocytes, platelets, and are present in blood. There is approximately 5 liters of blood in an adult. So student, it is very important for us to note that our body should have the approximately 5 liters of blood in an adult. So we need to keep in mind, we need to clear it out that our body has how much blood? Our body has approximately 5 liters of blood, right? So what we have understood here is that the very first thing that we should keep in mind is that for the this heart, basically if we talk about the heart, so it's a pumping organ, right student? It's a pumping organ. Okay, now next thing that we needed to know here is about the heart, beat 72 times per minute. Okay, so it beats 72 times per minute. It's beats 72 times per minute. If we talk about the average blood in a human being, so there is about 5 liters of blood. Okay, so about 5 liters of blood in an adult. Got it, students? Next thing, that is the important part, is what is blood. So blood, as we all know, it's a connective tissue, right? So blood is the connective tissue. It acts as a medium. It acts as a medium in which the transport of the nutrients, the transport of the gases act upon, right? So it helps in the transportation of gases and nutrients. Okay, I hope this much part is clear about the heart, about the circulatory system, about the endurance related work, about the what exactly I am telling you about this things that what we should keep in mind before we going to do something. Okay, so the heart is trained athlete pump. So if we talk about the training of this heart, like whenever we do a improvement, the trainings for the improvement in the cardiovascular system, so we need to keep 2 to 3 things in our mind, and the things are like as I told you that the heartbeat is 72 per minute. It can be 220 beats per minute. If you go for the extensive training, it can be 220 beats per minute. Got it, this point? Now the next point that I would like to clear you here is based upon the that is the pumping of the blood. The normal heart can pump the 5 liters of blood, but yes students, if the heart of an athlete or a trained athlete, if I talk, can pump 40 liters of blood. What can it do? It can pump 40 liters of blood, right? So you can write it here, 40 liters of blood. This part is clear about. Now what we are going to do, we are going to learn the structure of human heart. I will be showing you the dorsiventral side, I will be showing you the ventricle side, and all about the internal organ also. Very amazing way to learn these things superbly. Okay, now students, see properly at what I am showing you is about. And here students, you can see the human heart. Okay, in this human heart we have 2 things, the dorsal view and the ventricle view as well. Okay, so when we talk about this dorsal view, right, in this dorsal view student, you can see the thing that I would like to show you, and which is really very important to go for, right? So when I am dealing with this thing, right, if I am talking about this, so this is the left side. So left pulmonary artery. This blue is, right? This is the left pulmonary artery. Got it? This part I am talking about. Okay? And this is aortic arch. What is it? This is aortic arch, right? In the same way, if we talk about this red patches, if you can see, pulmonary veins. What are these? These are the pulmonary veins, right? So pulmonary veins are here. This is the left side. This is the dorsal view or dorsiventral view, we can say. So dorsal view, we have pulmonary artery here. We have pulmonary vein here. Now the next thing is this side, just opposite to the pulmonary vein. We have right pulmonary veins. These are left pulmonary veins, and that are the right pulmonary veins. This blue part in this region, this is inferior vena cava. What is it? It is inferior vena cava. And the next thing, that is the upper one, this blue one. Can you see this? This blue one I am talking about, and this blue one is the right pulmonary artery. What is it? This is the right pulmonary artery. If you can see this, it will become so easy if you are going to learn it, right? So, students, this part, right pulmonary artery is here, superior vena cava is here, right pulmonary veins are here, inferior vena cava is here. This part is clear. This part shows the dorsal ventral view, the dorsal view, right? So about the left pulmonary arteries, about the pulmonary veins, about the pulmonary veins of the right side, and about the, if we talk about this ventral view, right? That's the view of the other side. So ventral view, देखिए बच्चे, in this ventral view you can see first the aortic arch. What is this? This is the aortic arch, and just above it, this blue color, if you can see this is the left pulmonary artery. What is it? This is the left pulmonary artery. Can you see it? Very nice. If you can see it, it will become so amazing to go for it, to learn it, to understand it. Right? So that is what the pulmonary artery. Okay, students. Next thing. The next thing that I would like to show you here is the red patches. Can you see this red ones? These veins, these red veins. If you can see these red veins, that is the pulmonary veins. Now this is auricle and this is ventricle. Right? These are the chambers. We have 4 chambers in a human heart. This upper one is the auricle. This lower one is the ventricle. This is the apex. Okay? This is the apex. This is the apex. Next thing is this auricle, this ventricle, and this is the apex. So this is about the dorsal view. As you can see, if you can understand it, the human heart. Now, student, I'll have to told you so many things about it. Like, see, if we talk about the, the cardiovascular system. So, if we basically talk about the functioning of the heart, or if we talk about it, how the human body works, and if we talk about the proper way, if you're going to deal with the things like the proper functioning of heart, the improvement in the heart capacity, the improvement in the working of the heart, the hypertrophy of heart, right? So first thing, that is the hypertrophy of heart. So hypertrophy of heart is related if you go for the regular exercise, right? If you go for the regular exercise, there will be the hypertrophy of heart, and along with the hypertrophy of heart, there is an enlargement in the heart size, right? Thus there is an increase in stroke volume. Along with it, we need to deal with all the 4 different terms that should be with us, and we need to know it about, right? So if the functioning of the heart will improve, right, the size of the heart, that is the hypertrophy of heart, will be there. If there is the hypertrophy of heart, students, the next thing is increase in cardiac output. It means your cardiac output will increase. If your cardiac output is increased, there will be the resting pulse increase. Okay, so with increase in the cardiac output, the basal heart rate decrease, thus result in the timing of heart increase. Thus the heart is not stressed and it will work normally. Got it this point? So fast adaptation and working load. A trained person, the heart can adapt working load quickly, quick adjustment to the heart according to the body needs. return to the normal pulse quickly. So whenever you do a stressful activity, whenever you do a activity which is stressful, and if you go for go very good exercise for the cardiovascular system, there will not be any problem to do to your heart. Got it this point? Okay students, now students we are going to learn the internal structure of heart. Okay, so as you can see this beautiful diagram on our board, this is nothing but yes, this is our heart. Heart is a pumping organ. Students, the very first thing that you need to see here is this red part. This whole red part is aortic arch. What is this? This is the aortic arch. Next thing, you can see this blue artery. This artery, if you can see, so it is right side. So this is the blue pulmonary artery. So which artery? Right pulmonary artery. If we go that side, that is the left pulmonary artery. Right? So we have right pulmonary artery, we have left pulmonary artery. After that, we have superior vena cava. This blue part, as you can see, this is the superior vena cava. On the another side, this is the left pulmonary vein, that is the left pulmonary vein. So students, if you go through this, from here the blood comes, right? That is the right auricle. What is it? It is right auricle. This point, you can see this point, right? This is the opening of the coronary vein. Tricuspid wall. What is this? This arrow you can see. This is the tricuspid wall. Which wall? This is the tricuspid wall. This wall is the tricuspid wall. Right ventricle. This is the right ventricle. This was right auricle. And this is the right ventricle. In between both of this, there is the tricuspid wall. Then students, you can see the right ventricle here. After that, you can see this blue portion. This blue portion we call inferior vena cava. Which vena cava? Inferior vena cava. Okay, so here these things are really very important to go for, and this internal structure we must know, right? This is the important part to go for, so that we should know about our heart. Heart is a pumping organ which consists of aortic arch, right pulmonary arteries, veins, semilunar wall, or various kind of walls, right? So now first thing that I have shared with you, what is the first thing that I have shared with you is that about the aortic arch. Okay, what is the first thing? This one. This is the aortic arch, right? This is the aortic arch, pulmonary artery, right pulmonary artery. Okay. Next thing is superior vena cava. This is what? This is the superior vena cava. This is right pulmonary vein. What is this? This is right pulmonary vein. Auricle. So this upper part, right? This upper part is the auricle. You can see this little hole. This hole is the opening of what? This hole is the opening of coronary vein. Which vein? Coronary vein. Tricuspid wall. This wall. This wall is the tricuspid wall. Through this wall, the blood comes into the right ventricle. Which ventricle? This is the right side. So from the right auricle through the wall, that is the tricuspid wall. Through this tricuspid wall, the blood comes into the right ventricle. Inferior vena cava. This is the blue part, and this part we called it inferior vena cava. It is in the right side. Here see the septum region between both the left and right part. There is a septum, so interior ventricular septum. What is it? This is interventricular septum. So these are the parts which are at the right side. Now we are going to learn the parts of the left side. At the another side, there is a left pulmonary artery. Which artery? Left pulmonary artery. After this, we have these two red points, left pulmonary veins. After the left pulmonary veins, we have here, you can see this point. This point is the semilunar wall. After the semilunar wall, we have here the left auricle. What we have? We are having here the left auricle. This is the bicuspid Which wall? Bicuspid wall. This is the bicuspid wall and we need to go through it properly. Okay? Next thing, student, that we need to keep in mind and that we really go for is the quadrate tendons. This is the bicuspidolapellar quadrate tendons. This is the ventricle. So basically we have four chambers. The first chamber is the right auricle, right ventricle, left auricle, left ventricle. This is the tricuspid wall and that was the Marshall wall or a bicuspid wall. Right? So this is about the internal structure of the human heart. Got it? These all points that I am sharing with you, the circulatory system. Also student, now after this, I will be telling you what is exactly the meaning of this human this is the cardiorespiratory system or the human system, which is called the circulatory system. Students, now we need to check upon three things. First is heart rate, second is stroke volume, third is cardiac output and blood pressure. Okay, before that I'll be telling you some points. These points are based on the another thing. And what is that another thing? The another thing is based on the functioning of the cardiovascular system. How you will energize or how will you exercise the cardiovascular system? What are the benefits of cardiovascular system? Right, dear students? To work for the cardiovascular system, it's very important and we should go for the working of the cardiovascular system. Otherwise, it leads so many problems if you not go for the cardiovascular system. Okay, to working for it, it's very important to go for a good kind of workout. Okay, so let's begin with that and we're gonna do the working for the cardiovascular system. Okay, students, now I'm going to tell you about the importance, or if we go for the exercise for the cardiorespiratory system, what are the effects of it, right? So first thing, we need to put it here. Okay, this is fine, this is proper. Now student, we are going to learn the exercise for cardiorespiratory system. The exercise for the cardiorespiratory system is about, okay students, so exercise for cardiorespiratory system. Right, what is the effect? First thing is the hypertrophy of heart. If a person go for the exercise for the heart, there is the hypertrophy of heart. What happened? Hypertrophy of heart. When there is a hypertrophy of heart, it means the increase in the size of the heart. When you work for the cardiovascular system, definitely there will be the increase in the size of the heart. Next thing, okay, is about the increase of cardiac output. Increase cardiac output. How this cardiac output will increase? This cardiac output, it means the amount of blood pumped in a minute. Cardiac output is related the amount of blood pumped in a minute. It means students, whenever the amount of blood pumped in a minute will increase, it will help us to have the maximum working of heart. If the amount of blood which is pumped by our heart is increased, definitely it will be good for us because our body will be good. Resting pulse increase. Third point, resting pulse increase. When telling you that resting pulse increase, it means, see, when the pumping of blood is enhanced, it means the muscles or the cardiac muscle relaxes. The more the cardiac muscles relaxes, the more the heart will function smoothly and properly. Right? The next part is the faster adaptation to the activity. Okay? So the fourth part, faster adaptation of activity. When I am telling you the faster adaptation to the activity, it means I want to tell you, I want to confirm you that there will be the faster adaptation to the activity. It means after doing a stressful activity, you will be able to understand, you will be able to got to know about the faster recovery of things. Right, dear students? So it's become very important for us whenever we deal with the situations like the the working of heart, these various kinds of things, like various organs. So these are some effects. What is this? These are some effects of the working of the heart, or when we go for the exercise for the heart. Now students, next is increase in hemoglobin content. Next point is increase in hemoglobin content. Right? Increase in the hemoglobin content. As students, we understand that the increase in hemoglobin, it means so simple, so you need to get it properly. What I want to tell you here is that increase in hemoglobin, when the blood is pumping more, when the functioning is efficient, when the cardiac output is good, the content of hemoglobin will be more. Hemoglobin is a pigment, red pigment. Just because of hemoglobin, our body has the color, blood has the color red. I have missed one topic, and the topic is blood. Blood is a connective tissue, consists of RBCs, WBCs, RBCs, WBCs, and platelets, plasma, etc. These all things, right? So blood is the connective tissue. First time I have understood this topic, right? Now it will decrease the viscosity of blood. If you go for the exercise of heart, it will decrease viscosity of blood. So it will decrease the viscosity of blood. What will decrease the viscosity of blood? These exercise of cardiovascular system. Whenever we go for the respiratory system, that is the exercise for the cardiovascular system, it will decrease the viscosity of blood. If the viscosity of blood is decreased, the function will become effective, the function will become good. Next is maximal oxygen uptake capacity. Okay, maximum oxygen uptake capacity. Okay, 8th point. Okay, the 8th point is about the if we're going to talk about the next thing, that is the if you students see the very first thing in this system, in this diagram, if I told you about the pulmonary veins, so pulmonary diffusion will be good, right? In this diagram, as you can see, the pulmonary veins and all. If the heart has maximum oxygen uptake capacity, it means kahin na kahin beta pulmonary diffusion is also very good. So if you go for the exercise of the cardiovascular system, increase in pulmonary diffusion. Increase in pulmonary diffusion. Increase in pulmonary diffusion, I have got it. So this was all about this topic. This is unit, that is this section 8, and all about the heart, the lungs and everything. I hope you must have got this topic, and this topic will really bring joy, pleasure, months of kind of things in your mind and body. This is really very important topic, and we should go through it properly on the regular basis, right? Physical education is that field of education which deals with the big muscle activities and the related response. This is that education which gives you the holistic development. So I hope you have cleared all these topics. With this, lots of love and blessings to you. Right? We'll meet next on the next time on the next session with a new topic to rock. Thank you so much.